Hello, Dark Reader, and welcome to the Dark Side of the Library podcast. I'm your host, Katie, and with me is my whimsical, magical co-host, Carrie.
Hello.
Hello. Today we're going to be talking about YA books coming out in September 2022, and this is part 2 of this segment. Check out part 1. We posted it probably within this week, so if you want a full list, you can also visit our website at darksideofthelibrary.com to get all of our show notes put together. Carrie, why don't you start us off with our first YA book of today?
I will, but I wanted to take a second to beg for a review and rating over on Apple Podcasts. If you've been enjoying listening to our podcast, you can help other people find us, because we don't want to just sit here talking to ourselves all day. We want to reach dark readers.
Yeah.
So if you happen to listen on Apple, we'd appreciate if you leave a rating and review. It helps people find us. So my first book today is called Mere Mortals. It comes out September 27. It's by Erin, Jade, Lange. The publisher is Harper Teen. It's a hilarious, fresh take on a classic vampire tale that follows a pair of 100-year-old teenage vampires who are suddenly turned mortal, and they have to face the greatest nightmare of all, high school.
Oh, boy.
Is there anyone listening to this particular podcast who had a good experience in high school? I'm guessing no.
Did anybody have a good experience in high school?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
As the famous author wrote, hell is other people.
Yes.
So, back to Mere Mortals. Charlie and her brother, Reg, have been vampires for ... a very long time. For a century, they enjoyed the glitz and glamour of life as members of the wealthiest vampire clan. But now, after one careless mistake, they've been expelled from the vampire community and dumped in the middle of nowhere, Iowa, to live as mortals. Suddenly, Charlie has to deal with zits, tears, and worst of all, high school. But things start to change when she and Reg find a group of friends, including the deliciously good-looking, wait for his name, Dexter.
Oh, boy.
And though Charlie would give anything to be vampire again, she begins to appreciate some of the new experiences that humanity brings too. But, I knew there was going to be a but, nothing could make them forget the life they've left behind. When they're offered a second shot at immortality, Charlie is desperate to seize it. It'll just mean a total betrayal of all her new friends, who will have their minds wiped of their memories of her. She can handle that if it means she can live forever, right? That is Mere Mortals by Erin, Jade, Lange, and it sounds cute.
Yeah, it does. My next book is more of a guidebook. It's called Miss Peregrine's Museum of Wonders. This book is an indispensable guide to the peculiar world, perfect for longtime fans and new readers alike. This is by Ransom, and it comes out September 27th. There are really cool things in here. It's written in Miss Peregrine's style, like she's explaining everything to you. There are expansions of the universe. We have new peculiars listed, new enemies, there's time loops, stories, and secrets, and there are hundreds of never-before-seen vintage photos inside and illustrations. It's really quite fun. So if you have somebody that loves Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children series, this is a must-have for reading ages or grade level 7 through 9. Check out Miss Peregrine's Museum of Wonders by Ransom.
My next book is called Monsters Born and Made. It's from Sourcebooks Fire. The author is Tanvi Berwah. It comes out September 6th. She grew up battling the monsters that live in the Black Seas, but it couldn't prepare her to face the cunning cruelty of the ruling elite. 16-year-old Coral, spelled with a K, and her older brother Emmerich risk their lives every day to capture the monstrous maristags that live in the Black Seas around their island. They have to, or else their family will starve. In an oceanic world swarming with vicious beasts, the Landers, the ruling elite, have indentured Coral's family to provide the Maristags for the Glory Race, a deadly chariot tournament reserved for the upper class. The winning contender receives gold and glory. The others, if they're lucky, survive. When the last Maristag of the year escapes and Coral has no new Maristag to sell, her family's financial situation takes a turn for the worse, and they can't afford medicine for her chronically ill little sister.
Aww.
Coral's only chance to do what no one in the world has ever dared, cheat her way into the Glory Race. But every step of the way is unpredictable as Coral races against competitors, including her ex-boyfriend, who have trained for this their whole lives, and have no intention of letting a low-caste girl steal their glory. So this is kind of reminiscent of the Hunger Games, definitely, and I think it's meant to be. It's a little, copycatish, but it's definitely going to be a fun action-packed ride, and I'm curious to see the world building. It's Monsters Born and Made by Tanvi Berwah.
I'm really excited about this next book. So it's an anthology. It's called Our Shadows Have Claws, 15 Latin American Monster Stories.
Ooh.
Comes out September 6th. Yeah, I think this is going to be really fun. So this is for YA readers, grade level 9 through 12. Here is some of the contributors of this list, and admittedly, none of them are ringing a bell to me, which makes it even more intriguing because I'm all for new authors. So we have Claribel A. Ortega, Jenny Torres Sanchez, we have Alexandra Villasante, Chantal Acevedo. So there's a lot of really new authors, at least for me, that are contributing to this awesome story. So here we have From Zombies to Cannibals to Death Incarnate. This cross-genre anthology offers something for every monster lover. In this book, bloodthirsty vampires are hunted by a quick-witted slayer. Children are stolen from their beds by El Viejo de la Bolsa, while a military dictatorship steals their parents. Oh my god, two things that they have to worry about.
There's a lot going on.
And anyone you love, absolutely anyone, might be a shapeshifter waiting to hunt.
Uh-oh.
The worlds of these stories are dark but also magical, where a ghost witch can make your cheating boyfriend pay. Yes. Bullies are brought to their knees by vicious wolf gods. Wow, these are awesome. Yes. A jar of fireflies can protect you from the reality warping magic of a bruja, and maybe you'll even live long enough to tell the tale. Oh, I love it. Set across Latin America and its diaspora, this collection offers bold, imaginative stories of oppression, grief, sisterhood, first love, and empowerment. So check this one out. This is really fun. It's called Our Shadows Have Claws, and it comes out September 6th.
My next book is called A Pocket Full of Posies. It's by Shawn Sarles. It also comes out September 6th. The publisher is Scholastic Press, and it's meant for grade levels 7 to 9, or ages 12 years and up. Who will be the one to fall? In this terrifying spin on the old rhyme, Pocket Full of Posies, a family moves to a seemingly perfect town, only to discover that it is anything but normal. The scent of the town engulfs Parker in its perfume the moment she enters the gates, so much so that she nearly forgets all about the life she left behind and the best friend she abandoned. Coronation is a place where she and her parents can have a new start, and as soon as Parker gets there, its peacefulness puts her at ease. Everyone is nice. The tennis team immediately accepts her, even the boys are easy to talk to. The only thing that she can't quite understand is the town's history, its devotion to the Saint Rosamund, who helped the original town settlers survive their first winter all those years ago. But she isn't the only skeptic. Whatever you do, hold on tight. Don't fall down, the boy tells her frantically, before the town's yearly spring festival, thrown in Rosamund's honor to encourage the harvest. Well, harvest isn't in spring, but okay. But maybe they mean the planting? But Parker can't help it. The vibrant festival immediately draws her into the gardens, the rows of flowers, the food, the laughter. Linked together with the other girls, Parker finds herself spinning, with the other girls struggling to stay in sync. Tilting forward, it's as if her balance has been taken from her. Because Rosamund has been waiting. Parker has been chosen. Coronation's next Rose Duchess has been crowned, destined to fulfill her role unless she can find a way to uncover the truth. Are you ready for the poem?
Yes.
Ring around the rosy, for long ago the seed was sown, a pocket full of posies, a sacrifice must be made. Ashes, ashes. One must die for the town to survive. We all fall down.
Ooh.
That is A Pocket Full of Posies by Shawn, Sarles. It comes out September 6th. Very creepy.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I like that. My next book is called Raising the Horseman. This is perfect before Halloween. It comes out September 6th. This is by Serena Valentino. It is by Disney Hyperion. Cat Van Tassel wants nothing to do with Sleepy Hollow's ghostly history. But when her mother gives her the original Katrina Van Tassel's diary on the 200th anniversary of the Headless Horseman's haunting, a new legend begins to take shape, weaving together the past and the present in eerie ways. When a new girl in town opens Kat's eyes to the possibility that ghosts are real, it makes her question who she really wants to be and be with. Can Kat uncover a 200-year-old secret and trace its shocking reverberations in her own life and in time to protect what she truly loves? This cover is really cool. It's somebody holding it looks like a pumpkin, but all of the cutouts of the jack-o'-lantern are smoky and flying out of its mouth and eyes. It's really creepy. So it's called Raising the Horseman by Serena Valentino.
I love that people are starting to play a little bit more with the original Sleepy Hollow stories.
Yes, me too.
Because they're out of copyright, and why not work in that world a little bit? My next book is called Rust in the Root. It comes out September 20. It's by Justina, Ireland. The publisher is Balzer and Bray. It is 1937, and Laura Ann Langston lives in an America divided between those who work the mystical arts and those who do not. Ever since the Great Rust, a catastrophic event that blighted the arcane force called the dynamism, and threw America into disarray, the country has been rebuilding for a better future. And everyone knows the future is industry and technology, otherwise known as mechomancy, not the traditional mystical arts. There's a lot going on, and this world building is so interesting that I hope this is one of a series.
Yeah.
Or else that's a lot of work to go to.
Yeah.
So Laura disagrees. A talented young queer mage from Pennsylvania, she hopped a portal to New York City on her 17th birthday with hopes of earning her mage's license and becoming something more than just a root worker. But 4 months later, she's got little to show for it other than an empty pocket and broken dreams. With nowhere else to turn, she applies for a job with the Bureau of the Arcane's Conservation Corps, a branch of the U.S. government dedicated to repairing the dynamism so that mechomancy can thrive. There, I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to keep up. There she meets the Skylark, a powerful mage with a mysterious past who reluctantly takes Laura on as an apprentice. They're sent off to their first mission together into the heart of the country's oldest and most mysterious blight, and they discover the work of mages that haven't been encountered since the darkest period in America's past, when black mages were killed for their power. Work that could threaten Laura's and the Skylark's lives and everything they've worked for. Woo!
Wow.
That is a lot going on. It's for grade level 9 to 12 or ages 14 to 17 years or old ladies like me. It is called Rust in the Root by Justina, Ireland.
Before we keep going with our list of books, I'd like to invite you guys to our Amazon Live channel. It is at amazon.com/live/darksideofthelibrary. If you like tarot cards, the witchy aesthetic, or Halloween, all of those things, gothy toys, all kinds of stuff, come join us. We like to live stream, and you can chat with us over there as well. My next book on the list is Secrets So Deep. This is by Ginny Sain. Comes out September 27th, and it's for reading ages 14 through 17. It is for fans of We Were Liars and Dark and Shallow Lies. Lots of lying. It's a paranormal thriller. I'm excited. So 12 years ago, Averil's mother drowned at Whisper Cove Theater, just off Rocky, Connecticut coastline. It was ruled an accident, but Averil's never been totally convinced. Local legend claims that the women in the waves, ghosts from old whaling stories, called her mother into the ocean with their whispering. I like this. Because, as they say at Whisper Cove, what the sea wants, the sea will have. While Avril doesn't believe in ghosts, she knows there are lots of different ways for places and people to be haunted. She spent the past 12 years trying to make sense of the strange bits and pieces she does remember from the night she lost her mother. Stars falling into the sea, a blinding light, a tight grip on her wrist, the odd sensation of flying. Now, at 17, she's returning to Whisper Cove for the first time, and she might finally unravel the mystery of what really happened. As Avril becomes more involved with the camp director Willa and her mysterious son Cole, Whisper Cove reveals itself to her. Distances seem to shift in the strange fog. Echoes of long past moments bounce off the marsh, and Avril keeps meeting herself and her dead mother late at night at the edge of the ocean. The truth Avril seeks is ready to be discovered, but it will come at a terrible cost. Wow.
I'm intrigued.
Me too. So this is coming out September 27th. So it's like the very end of summertime, I would say, for a lot of places. This seems very summery to me. This is called Secret So Deep by Ginny Sain.
I'm up for it. I really am enjoying like siren type books and underwater books right now.
Yeah, me too.
My next book is not underwater. It is Shades of Rust and Ruin by A.G. Howard. Comes out September 6th. The publisher is Bloomsbury YA. It's for grade level 7 to 9 or age 13 to 17 years. So it stars Phoenix Nix Loring, and she knows her family is under a Halloween curse. When she was 3, her parents tragically died on October 31st. 11 years later, her twin sister Lark suffered a similar fate. Ever since, Nix has battled survivor guilt. She can't even find comfort in Clary, Lark's boyfriend, and the one person who understands her pain, because Nix's hidden feelings for him go far beyond friendship. Oh, wow. All that remains are her sketches, where she finds solace among the goblins and fairies and her imaginary world of Mystical. When her depression starts affecting her ability to see color, Nix all but gives up on her art, and her uncle goes missing on Halloween Day. Hot on his trail, Nix and Clary step through a portal, becoming trapped inside a decaying version of their town, filled with Nix's own sketches come to life. As Nix and Clary search for her uncle within the sinister and dangerous world of Mystical, Nix discovers there's more to her family curse and otherworldly artwork than she ever imagined. And unless she can solve the Goblin King's maze before the clock strikes midnight, her life won't be the only one the curse claims next. So, this is obviously inspired by Labyrinth.
I thought you added that as a joke.
No!
Oh, that's funny. Wow, yeah.
But I guess if Bloomsbury YA, one of the top publishers in the world, thought it wasn't too close to Labyrinth, they wanted to publish it, I'll give it a chance. That is Shades of Rust and Ruin by A.G. Howard.
Wow, that was so funny. I was like, there's no... Oh, yeah. Anyway, my next book is called Spells for Forgetting. This is by Adrienne Young. It comes out September 27th. Emery Blackwood's life changed forever the night her best friend was found dead, and the love of her life, August Salt, was accused of murdering her. Years later, she is doing what her teenage self swore she would never do, living a quiet existence on the misty, remote shores of Sowers Island and running the family business. Blackwood's Tea Shop, Herbal Tonics, and Tea Leaf Readings. I
want to own a shop that sells books and tea and readings.
I love that we have, I think, a couple books that are kind of tea related coming out this month. I'm very excited. Anyway, But when the island, rooted in folklore and magic, begins to show signs of strange happenings, Emery knows that something is coming. The morning she wakes to find that every single tree on the island has turned color in a single night, August returns for the first time in 14 years and unearths the past that the town has tried desperately to forget. August knows that he is not welcome on the island, not after the night everything changed. As a fire raged on the Salt family orchard, Lily Morgan was found dead in the dark woods, shaking the bedrock of their tight-knit community and branding August a murderer. When he returns to bury his mother's ashes, he must confront the people who turned their backs on him and face the one wound from his past that has never healed, Emery. But the town has more than one reason to want August gone, and the emergence of deep betrayals and hidden promises spanning generations threaten to reveal the truth behind Lily's mysterious death once and for all. I'm in. This sounds fun.
Yeah, it sounds so good.
Yeah, this is called Spells for Forgetting. It is by Adrienne Young.
My next book also has spells in the title. It is Spells for Lost Things. It's by Jenna Evans Welch. It comes out September 27. Publisher is Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers, grade level 7 to 9. So Willow has never felt like she belonged anywhere, and is convinced that the only way to find a true home is to travel the world. But her plans to act on her dream are put on hold when her aloof and often absent mother drags Willow to Salem, Massachusetts, to wrap up the affairs of an aunt Willow didn't even know she had, an aunt who may or may not have been a witch. There she meets Mason, a loner who always felt out of place and has been in and out of foster homes his entire life. He's been classified as one of the runaways, constantly searching for ways to make it back to his mom, even if she can't take care of him. It's his job to try and take care of her, isn't it? Naturally pulled to one another, Willow and Mason set out across Salem to discover the secret past of Willow's mother, her aunt, and the ambiguous history of her family. During all of this, the two can't help but act on their natural connection. But with the amount of baggage between them and Willow's growing conviction that her family might be cursed, can they manage to hold on to each other? So it's a little witchy romance book. Probably not the darkest, but it sounds cute, and it's coming out in hardcover. It's Spells for Lost Things by Jenna Evans Welch.
My final book of today is called The Weight of Blood. So if you wanted something really dark and sinister, here we go.
Ooh.
This is by Tiffany D. Jackson, comes out September 6th. When Springville residents, at least the ones that still live, are questioned about what happened on prom night, they all have the same explanation. Maddie did it.
Uh-oh.
I like that everybody's on the same page. An outcast at her small-town Georgia high school, Madison Washington has always been a teasing target for bullies, and she's dealt with it because she has more pressing problems to manage. Until the morning, a surprise rainstorm reveals her most closely kept secret. Maddie is biracial.
Oh.
She has been passing for white her entire life at the behest of her fanatical white father, Thomas Washington. After a viral bullying video pulls back the curtain on Springville High's racist roots, student leaders come up with a plan to change their image. Host the school's first integrated prom as a show of unity.
Oh.
The popular white class president convinces her black superstar quarterback boyfriend to ask Maddie to be his date, leaving Maddie wondering if it's possible to have a normal life. But some of her classmates aren't done with her just yet. And what they don't know is that Maddie still has another secret. One that will cost them all their lives.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of am getting some Carrie vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even the cover has her, it looks like her with the prom queen crown, and she's got the sash, but she's also drenched in blood. So if you're into this, check out The Weight of Blood. This is by Tiffany D. Jackson.
We do have a few derivative books this week.
Yes.
Oh, well, let's let them play with their themes. My final book today is Wishtress by Nadine Brandeis. It comes out September 13. Thomas Nelson is the publisher. Her tears grant wishes. Her next tear will end her life. She didn't ask to be the Wishtress. Mirtha was born with the ability to turn her tears into wishes. But when a granted wish goes wrong, she is cursed. The next tear she sheds will kill her. She must travel to the well to break the curse before it can claim her life, and before the king's militarian find her. To survive the journey, Mirtha must harden her heart to keep herself from crying even a single tear. Well, don't look at any cute kittens or puppies then. Next, he can stop time with a snap of his fingers. Bastion's powerful and rare talent came in handy when he kidnapped the old king. Now the new king has a job for him. Find the Wishtress and deliver her to the Schloss. But Bastion needs a wish of his own. He gains Mirtha's trust by promising to take her to the well. But once he gets what he needs, he'll turn her in. As long as his growing feelings for the girl with the stone heart don't compromise him. Their quest can end only one way, with her death. Everyone seems to need a wish. The king, Mirtha's cousin, the boy she thinks she loves, and they're ready to bully, beg, and betray her for it. No one knows that to grant even one wish, Mirtha would pay with her life. Maybe she should tell them. Oh, the next sentence says, and if she tells them about the curse, they'll just kill her anyway.
Oh, they answered it.
So, that's Wishtress by Nadine Brandeis. And that is the last of our YA books for this month. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Dark Side of the Library podcast. We will be publishing some more podcasts this month about dark children's books. You can go back and revisit our shows about dark adult fiction, dark nonfiction. Be sure to stop by our Instagram or Facebook at Dark Side of the Library. Click like and comment so that the social media algorithms will show you more of our posts. Be sure to share our podcast with your dark reading friends. We're getting ready for the spooky season, and we're so glad that you came along for the ride. See you in the next episode.